Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Power Hour Mastermind for this Tuesday, September 12th, 2017. I am Chris Peters with my co-host, co-founder Kareem Mays. And we have Bill Maybauer. After a long absence, he drove to the East Coast, drove 9,000 miles for vacation or something, Bill. Isn't that why you went? Yeah, okay. Then we have Fran Richardson, as well as Dan Sisek here, as well as some other people are going to be joining us. And tonight, we're going to be speaking about enthusiasm, discussing it, why it's important, how it can propel you past failure, doubt, and adversity. And I've been reading this book, The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill, which I credit a lot of my success and my determination to this book and Napoleon Hill's teachings. And Kareem and I have had some really big news today. We finally are taking off with Rockstar Entrepreneurial Starters. The website's done. We have a big client coming up. We've been working very hard on our video producing skills and just applying everything we've learned as networkers for the last 6 years. And for me, enthusiasm is probably the most powerful emotion that I can have. It's the most powerful thing I can feel. I feel it for music. I feel it for life. I feel it for this business, for this mastermind, for all my friends and everything that I attach meaning to in my life. And I think that without enthusiasm, you're not going to make it very far, no matter what you're doing. Because you have to have that excitement, you have to have that conviction and that confidence in yourself, because enthusiasm rubs off on other people. And any person that's in any kind of business, if they're not enthusiastic about what they're doing, they're not going to sell very much. Because what I've learned is through being an entrepreneur is you're not really selling services or products, you're selling yourself. You're selling your energy, you're selling your enthusiasm, you're selling your spirit, your personality. You're selling your life to other people, and the services that you provide just happen to be part of that. So I mean, that's what I think about it anyway. Kareem?
For me, enthusiasm's interesting because it's not a one-time thing, and it's easy to say, hey, I can be enthusiastic on this mastermind. I can get up, I can, jump up in here and tell everybody, hey, be happy. Nothing bad will ever happen. But you can get off here and someone cuts you in traffic, and all of a sudden you're popping the bird, and then you're upset, and then you're having a bad day. A, B, and C can happen. And I've had A, B, and C happen, rather recently, but I'm able to handle it because, hey, I have a vision, I have a dream, I have something I'm waking up every day to work towards, and something when I'm going to bed, I'm even still thinking about. And one of the big things that did happen, as Chris was talking about, is, creating that new company, which we'll show you at the end of the presentation. But more importantly, it's getting on here every day, doing what I have to do every day, but being excited about it, knowing that something good's going to happen, looking forward to something good happening. Even if I don't know if anything's good going to happen, I know something good is going to happen, then it usually does. And I can say today is definitely proof of that.
Yeah, I agree. It's been a long, hard road out of hell, so to speak, but we're making it. And I think that it's really important to convey that to people that, if you don't have enthusiasm, you're not going to do anything great in life. Because a dream takes work, persistence, dedication, enthusiasm, it takes planning, it takes organization, it takes teamwork, it takes giving, it takes the habit of doing more than you're paid to do, rendering the best service possible for your clients. So it's a lot of things, really, and it's all out there for people to learn. I mean, there's no excuse anymore for people not learning what they need to learn to become successful, because it's all out there. It's in books, videos, audio courses, seminars. This is the age of information. So, I mean, it's out there for people to take advantage of.
So I'm actually curious to the audience, like Bill, Fran, Dan, what is it that you do? Maybe you can share and you can help us, you can help the other people. What is it that you do on maybe a daily, maybe a weekly, even monthly basis to keep your head up, to keep yourself in the game even when hitting roadblocks? Dan Sissick.
Anybody can chime in.
And
Okay, I'll jump out. She always pick up me first.
we love you.
Well, for me, it's what helps is having I have a schedule of things I like to do and like to get done in regards to my business and stuff, and have that readily accessible either on my laptop or in front of me on my wall or something, so that way I can look and see the things that I want to do to remind me of things. Plus, also keeping reminders in my phone or in a laptop or binder or something that I can go to and look at, things like that. Plus, also being accountable to somebody else to have them kind of check in to make sure I'm doing those things, because it's easy to make the decision not to do it that day because this happened or that happened or something like that. So I think also by having accountability, that helps keep your enthusiasm up, because they can kind of sometimes help get you back up whereas you brought yourself down. So those are some of the things that I've used and have done in the past.
Very, very cool. Yeah, there's always something you need to do, whether it's a routine, a ritual, something, keep you in the game. Because give you an example, for 2 years, me and Chris are just trying, spinning our wheels, saying, okay, how do we get this? And we upload and we'd say, okay, well, we need the videos to do this, and YouTube's not doing this. And come to find out, not only is YouTube clamping down on content of not successful people, is even of successful people. So, this might be a real tough business model. I'm not saying, it's impossible. We'll get there, but I was saying, hey, what if we had our own structure, our own business first? But I didn't know what to call it. I didn't know what to do. I had no idea. So I was just playing around on Fiverr, and then all of a sudden a coach appears. Shortly after, this is the crazy thing, shortly after one of our other friends said, hey, if you have a mentor, it'll take you from here to here in a few months, and that totally has happened.
Yeah, it's been pretty surreal, actually, because I think that you also have to be prepared for the momentum shift that happens when you work on something, because I think as people, you get stuck in a rut, you get stuck in that grind, and then eventually you start to think, well, what if it never happens? And of course, that's self-sabotage thinking. It's bad for your subconscious mind. It's bad for the law of attraction and the law of intention and habit and all that stuff. And it's important that you fight those thoughts, you fight those feelings, and replace them with, well, in my imagination, I see this happening. I'm taking the steps to make this happen. And if I can see it in my imagination, I can manifest it. And I think that if you can cultivate the habit of staying in that mindset where results are going to happen, because there is no such thing as action without reaction. So if you're in that process, you're in the creative process, and you're constantly working, you are going to achieve rewards from that effort. It's the law of cause and effect as well. So I know how important it is for me to stay focused, for me to keep developing myself, expanding my knowledge, reading books like The Law of Success, applying personal development to my life so that I can become the best possible person to do business with, the best possible person to learn from, the best person to influence other people, as well as be influenced by others and listen to ideas and keep an open mind. And I think that's probably the most important thing that I've learned so far, is to just never give up. Because how the hell are you going to achieve anything if you quit? And in this day and age, we live in an instant gratification society where you basically can get something for nothing. And while it's not a delayed gratification process, it's instant gratification, and a lot of people seem to be happy with that. I'm not one of those people. Call me an old soul, I guess. I probably am. So I would much rather work my ass off and yield the results of all that hard work over a prolonged period of time that lasts for the rest of my life, rather than, go online and look up some formula to make $9 million in 30 days and only to have it be illegal, or maybe I cheated someone to get there, or I ripped someone off. That's just not who I am. I'd rather work hard and have to earn that value and that recognition and that authority and credibility than take a shortcut. And I think that's a big reality that all entrepreneurs need to know, is that this is not a weekend warrior thing, man. This is 24 hours a day. You've got to be working on yourself and your dream and your vision. And you got to be learning skills and applying all these things to your life, because that's how the universe knows you're serious, and then it moves out of the way. The resistance becomes less and less and less, and the universe starts putting opportunities in front of you. The right people come into your life, the right circumstances, the tools, the knowledge. It all is a culmination of your own effort. Go ahead.
I agree, Chris, and I think that you hit on something that in my mind's eye means a lot in gratification, being long-term and keeping your eye on the prize. Don't have so many short-term goals, and knowing that you got someplace because it was deserved.
Exactly.
Is much more personal gratification than stepping on somebody to get there.
I agree.
And doing it on your own merits, I think puts a lot more credibility behind you as a person.
Well, yeah, I mean, and not only that, but it also shows the kind of person you are, and it shows your integrity, and it demonstrates your desire to help everybody that you influence become successful as well. And to me, go ahead.
Judged by the company you keep in life and business, and if you're partnering with people of integrity such as yourself and Kareem, I think it maybe it's not deserved, but the fact that you're willing to associate with an old lady like myself, we've known each other for decades now, and
you're a great friend. I don't know why you shortchange yourself like that.
I'm not shortchanging myself, but I just deservedly, undeservedly, I'm very gratified by the knowledge that I've gained from both of you young fellas, and you can teach an old dog new tricks.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because I feel like it's balanced. I feel like you've taught us a lot too. You've got the experience in life. You've been in marketing for longer than I've been alive. So, I mean, you've always had a vision to run your own business and help people and be of service to others. And that's something I learned a lot from you, because I remember when I first started this, I was very angry still, and I was still very hostile in a lot of ways, and I had a lot of built up resentment and a hardcore edge that I was really scared to lose, because that's all I've had for the longest time.
You've a lot of rough edges, both of you, and it shows.
Yeah.
It shows in your demeanor, in your goals, and your
Thank you.
Just the way you represent yourself.
Yeah, it's been very hard, because for the longest time that's all I had. I mean, I didn't have anything else, so it was what I identified with, right? It's what I became so entrenched in that I didn't even know I had an edge. It took all of you guys telling me, like, Chris, you need to chill the hell out, man. Like, you gotta calm down. You gotta realize that having it, that hardcore edge is good in certain situations, but it's not good when you're trying to induce people to cooperate with you or believe in your vision or support what you do. And it also, I think it was also repelling what I was trying to attract. It was repelling, all this good stuff that's been happening. I was literally blocking good things from happening. And when you sent me Lead the Field by Earl Nightingale a year and a half ago, that is when I
Wow,
really
it has
started.
been that long.
Yeah, I really started to this process, and I was like, okay, I am going to work on personal development for the rest of my life, and I haven't looked back. And I can basically quote that entire course verbatim by now because I've listened to it 20 times, and every time I listen to it, I learn something new. So,
Wow, that was the best thing I ever did.
yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. I was saying, even like me and you, we had like some tension between. I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna work, because what happened was, speaking of enthusiasm, we said, all right, Power Hour, it's gonna be awesome. And just started on Google Hangouts with webcams, no green screens. We were just trying to make it work. And then we just kept trying. And yeah, we had little small things of success, and like little things go up. But eventually got fed up, and then if it wasn't for something, personal development, some kind of intervention, we would have been just, keep going back and forth. But we figured out, we reconciled, we kept going. And then as a result of that, people came and offered not only the wisdom, but skill sets and direct advice. And as a consequence of that, now we have a really strong path we're going on. I think we're basically there. We're very, very close, and I can see it. I mean, I was super excited, so I threw that website together yesterday, spent all day doing it. But now that I can feel really good because, hey, we actually have a business and we have a way to bring people to that, a way to help all entrepreneurs while niching down and creating a business for some of them. And if that isn't exciting, I don't know what is. And that's my question to you would be, if you haven't got your big breakthrough, which some of you had, or haven't? Well, some people I'm going to assume have, some people I'm going to assume haven't. Maybe some people have a different idea of what that is. My question is it getting that breakthrough, or is it feeling that you already had it and then keep moving forward? What's more important, the event or the feeling?
Bill?
I think Dan.
Dan, then Bill. Go ahead. I haven't heard from Bill yet, but yeah, go ahead, Dan.
I was going to let Bill go, so I'll wait.
The event or the feeling? Well,
Yeah.
I think you need to have the event happen, and then you create the feeling. You can't really have I don't think you can have the feeling before the event happens. Otherwise, what are you feeling?
I like that. Would you say they're kind of synchronous with each other, that they would go hand in hand then?
But I
Yeah,
think
go
the
ahead.
event has to happen. Then that creates a feeling inside of you. Because how do you, unless you can think of something, then you have a feeling. But I think the event will create the feeling for you. At least that's
That's
my
interesting. So Dan, Bill, what do you do to stay enthusiastic and positive while you're working towards your financial goals and your goals of becoming financially independent, so that you don't have to work anymore?
Well, I think that's always going to be a process in action. You've got to create some type of financial stream, but how you do that, there's many different avenues, but sometimes when you got to get away from whatever you're dealing with. If you're running up against a brick wall, it's sometimes best to totally get away, and in the process, whatever your problem gets, you come up with a solution. If you put it out into the ether, a lot of times that will come back to you. May not be today, it may be another time. I go do bike ride, or I'll go do something else for a little while and see where it takes me.
I like that.
But unfortunately, sometimes you can always be going and doing a bike ride, and that's called procrastination.
Procrastinating.
I'm
Yeah.
very good at that.
You're good at procrastinating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to my world there, Bill.
Well, I hope we can help you guys stop procrastinating, because it's a deadly enemy of any leader who wants to, or deadly enemy of leaders, in any undertaking. So, but Bill, I'm really interested in what you do to stay enthusiastic when those adversities and challenges show up in your life? I mean, what do you do to stay enthused and positive and happy and just keeping that vision alive in your mind so you know you're going to reach that goal? What are some things that you do?
Well, I'm in a next stage of my life.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm retired, so I don't have to go to work every day, and so sometimes that's a challenge, and I'm still trying to figure it out because I've been on vacation for the last 2 months.
Okay.
Basically. I retired on Saturday, and I left on Sunday, and I got back 2 weeks ago, so I'm still trying to figure that out a little bit. And just, as my wife was talking to me today when we were driving up to Seattle, she says, "You're much more comfortable if you go and go for a swim in the morning. You're relaxed and you can get more focused." And so, so I got to get over to the gym first thing to get that taken care of, and then I can have some more enthusiasm and I can get the process going. And I'm still trying to figure out what is that process. And I've got about 3 or 4 things that are happening. Unfortunately, I've got to sit down and divide what time I'm going to do and spend on certain things because I can get distracted easily. So that's a challenge I'm trying to deal with as we speak, because since I don't have a job, so to speak, I got to create my own job and timing. And am I getting to the answer? I'm still trying to figure it out. What is it? But I know sometimes getting away from it will help.
That's good. It's actually very insightful.
Well, Chris, how do you feel personally with your entrepreneurial rock stars? That was a new venture, and now it's coming to fruition. So, don't you think that the event plays a lot in the excitement and the exhilaration?
Well, I'll tell you what started to happen. When we created Power Hour, so I had this vision in my head for the entire time we've been doing this, that somebody out there was going to help us turn it into a business. Somebody was going to take what we're doing here and was going to coach us, mentor us, and say, this is how you turn this into a business. And I always knew it was going to happen at some point. I just didn't know when, and that's what I was getting pissed off about. And I was like, Kareem, we're putting up all these videos on YouTube. We're working our asses off learning this video software. We've put 2,000 hours between the two of us into learning all of this video editing stuff. And I said, why aren't people watching us on YouTube? Why is nobody seeming interested in what we're doing? But then we realized that YouTube is fighting an uphill battle because we're competing with 500 million channels, okay? And so when Sean Chun came to us and said, look, I love what you guys are doing. You have a great vision, but you're not really being unique. You're not known for anything unique. Let's take all this, mold it into a business model. Let's narrow down your niche, and let's create a unique name for your services, a unique name for your business. What do you guys want to be known for? Who's your target demographic? What problems are you solving? What are the benefits of being working with you and Kareem? And when that started to happen, that's when the puzzle pieces all started coming together, and this vision really started to take off. And I'm like, and then I looked up at the universe and I said, thank you. And I started to praise all of our efforts and all of our epiphanies that we had along this. And my full conviction in all this is that we never quit. So that's why we are where we are. We didn't quit. And that goes out to everybody watching this. Don't quit, because if you do, nothing will happen. And it may take 5 to 10 years, but it's in this book, for crying out loud. Jay Riffenberry's No Excuse. It took him 15 years to get to where he is. So overnight success is not a reality. And we actually talked about that a couple of weeks ago. And I mean, it's work. If you put in the work, the intention, there's a result. There's always going to be results. It's how hard are you willing to work for those results?
Yeah, and here's one thing I do want to say, interestingly enough. if we hadn't spent the 1,000 hours actually on YouTube learning video skills, screwing up, doing this, doing that, we wouldn't have had really anything to offer. Because if we just started the Power Hour, we said, hey, okay, we started the Power Hour, we just started Rockstar, we wouldn't really have an audience. We wouldn't really know how to do any of these videos. The whole reason I actually picked up these videos, I said, oh, these are kind of cool video creators. Let me see if I could create an animated video just, for the Power Hour, just to put on YouTube. It doesn't have to get millions of views. It doesn't have to be the biggest thing, but I just want to see if I can create one animated video that looks cool. And I created it, took me a couple hours, and then Chris called me and said, wow, how'd you do that? I'm like, I'll show you. It's actually not too bad. And then I started creating them within like 30, 40. Now I can do them in 20 minutes. I said, well, if I can create an animated video, wouldn't it be cool if I could put a whiteboard video on YouTube? Whiteboard videos are big. I can sell them different places. I can do them for the Power Hour. Okay. Well, interestingly enough, if I'm good at this, how about I do spokesperson stuff and I get paid for that? So I did a few spokesperson testimonials on Fiverr just for fun, just because I was getting on camera here and I said I could take that. And that started to work well. And then people said, hey, what if you had a green screen? I saw green screen was a big thing, keying it out. So I told Chris, hey, check it out, green screen. I did a few things with this program called Camtasia that I got in Movavi that I was playing around with. I said, oh, okay, wow, how'd you do that? And I said, okay, look up Camtasia. And we spent, now I'm making it sound like it happened in 10 minutes. It took, hours and hours. It took, hey, how do you do this? How do you fix this? How do you do this voiceover?
And we just worked together and figured it all out together. We just started playing around with these video creations programs, and then we just started doing stuff, and then we were able to teach each other.
Yeah, the overall point. The overall point was we were excited, we're enthusiastic. Like, Chris, check this out. This is VideoScribe. And then we just, have some hand drawing a little video and be like, check it out. I made this. And then we figured out intros and then outros. And then we're still, going to learn Blender and expand that. But had we not taken the time to do two things, learn those video softwares pretty good to where we could create something exciting and posted them somewhere, because hey, it's kind of hard to show somebody when you're just messaging them, hey, I can do awesome videos. Where are they? I know you're good at, even graphic designers have a portfolio. People who code have a portfolio. You go to a job with a resume. I hope you do, unless it's just, something random. But even, entry-level jobs, you go there with a resume. Here, I've done A, B, and C. We were building our resume. We were building our credentials.
Exactly.
We were building the skills behind it. So when someone like Sean comes, and to me, that's the perfect time, because we had the skills. We wanted someone. We got someone who wasn't we got some mentors, and we got a couple people who weren't that great. They did help us along, but we got people who weren't that great. And I said, okay, well, that's fine. And then we finally, through, just sheer working, found a coach. Not only found a coach, we found a mentor. And funny enough, we all have different skills. We found a couple of them, actually, I would say. All at the same time. Can't be an accident. And we found people who were all good at different skills, which is interesting, because as you remember, Susan was good at ebooks, Isaac was good at marketing, he had been on here a couple times, Sean was good at startup coaching, and Rico is a master at logos, and me and Chris just work the video thing, and then we even have different skills. Chris does some more in the video editing side, I do some more on the technical side with websites. But had all these forces not come together at that time with those skill sets, this wouldn't have been possible. So that was my little rant.
That's cool. No, and I think that, our, like I said before, hard work gets rewarded. There's no such thing as, well, I'll do it, but I'll only do it when I feel like it. It's not how it works, man. That's not how you cultivate a vision. That's not how you cultivate a success consciousness. Because what ends up happening is when you build yourself enough and you're doing the things you need to do, success, you no longer have to try anymore. It becomes effortless. And so therefore success is not an act, it's a habit. So you build that habit by repeating the same thing over and over and over like any other habit, and eventually you just want to work hard. It's a struggle at first, believe me. There's still days where I'm just like, man, I just don't want to really do much today. But then that fire burns in me, and I'm like, no, this is, I mean, and it's still because I'm working on those habits. And there's, like I said, it's not common anymore, but there's some days where I just don't want to do too much. But then I'm like, I think of all the stuff that I have left to accomplish, and then it just bang, that's all the energy, that's all the motivation I need. So, and you build that in your subconscious mind, and it becomes part of your repertoire, so that when you have days like that, you just need to think about what you've accomplished so far, and it just instantly sets you off and makes you want to get up and do it. And that comes from work. You can't do it anywhere. You can't shortcut this process. There's no shortcut in this. It's something you build, and it's something you practice for a long period of time. So, and I mean, it's been fun learning Camtasia, VideoScribe, Pinnacle, Vinci 3D, VideoMaker FX, Doodly, God, and then Kareem's got Powtoon and Video Builder IO, and these are all, Bitable and all this crazy stuff that I can probably pick it up and learn it in 20 minutes because I have experience with everything else. So as your skills grow and you want to learn more things in that same field, it's easier because you already have so many skills to go off of. So it's like a pyramid that just all comes together, and you know all this shit, and then you're like, wow, I learned this in 10 minutes because I know 17 other programs, and then leave it to Kareem to get 50 for us to learn. Then
Don't worry. That's what I do. Hey, the way I see it is, the more you have on your resume,
I know.
the more experience on your resume. Plus, here's another thing. Think of video work as playing an instrument. Does anybody here? I know I do. I know Chris does. Do any of you guys play an instrument? I think Dan plays violin, right? So he's laughing at me.
I play the radio.
Fran plays the radio.
I have played the violin before, and that's something I want to get back into. And yes, you're right. You have to practice.
Yeah. Not only do you practice, but here's the nice thing. Once you get a little bit of handle, like when you're first learning violin or guitar, you sing violins like guitar. Yeah. But once you learn one chord, you're like, okay, cool, I can play one chord. Like when I first learned the C chord, I'm like, look, I can play a C chord like that. Not a big deal. And then you learn 3 more chords, and you're like, whoa. And then actually people who can't play are like, wow, you're an expert. Meanwhile, people who are experienced are like, what the heck? Well, and then you pick up like chords, and they know, oh, okay, I picked up 3 chords. I can pick up 10 now. I can pick up 12. I can learn new songs. I can learn this song like that. I can learn 20 songs like that.
As a mother, I was so glad when my son learned more than 3 chords and learned to play Metallica.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
That's great, Fran. Oh,
See,
Fran's a metal.
When I heard something more than da 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 da, I said, learn another chord, please, God.
Yeah, but he
Leon.
was trying to perfect that one before he moved on to something else, right? That's how it works. But yeah, I mean, I can.
Metallica to Slipknot. Go, Jamie.
Right on. But yeah, man, like that's just it. Kareem's gonna show me these programs, and I'll learn them in one day easily. So, but that's from, like I said, having the experience with 13 other ones that we know. So. and I'm glad he's doing this, because at first I was like, man, why do we need more? And then I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's the wrong way to think about it. The more I learn, the more skills I have, the more valuable I become. So the more my value increases. So the more money I'm gonna make, the more valuable I become, the better my services become. No, I'm excited. It's like, bring it on. We can learn 200 for all I care.
Plus
Great.
the more variety. Here's
Yeah,
the thing.
man.
If you want to hear the same song over, you'd be like, no, I know enough songs. I know enough chords. I know 3 chords. I know enough chords. Maybe that's good if you just want to annoy people and play the same 3 chords. But if I say, hey, I know 20 chords, someone will be like, why do you need that many? I know Kurt Cobain would go, why do you need that many? But it doesn't matter, because the more you learn, the more you know. And let me,
Fran,
Yeah,
you're
I-
smoking. You're bad.
what are you doing, Fran?
I thought she quit.
I was going to jump out and say something earlier about
Go ahead,
the, when you guys were talking about event and the feeling and stuff, and I agree with what you guys were saying. Especially what Bill was saying about events and enthusiasm, because like for me, I can picture in my head some of the events I've gone to from some of the companies I've been affiliated with, and the excitement of how up I was, how ready I was to come back and get to work, and that can be something I can feed into to use to keep me up and going later on down the road. And I think that's like you were saying, as you on those days when you're sitting there think I really don't want to do a lot of work, or I'm not, you think about that, and it's like, it kind of gets you back in that mode, and you do want to go work then and do it, because eventually, like you said, success is a habit, but it's also the result. It's the habit that you've done and the success of the doing the little things every day, but it's also the result at the end of having the outcome of your business fully operational and functioning and doing what you wanted to do, so that way you can go and start serving other people.
But I also think that it's important to kind of backpack on what you said, that you want to keep that enthusiasm and that vision before you've even seen it, like before you even start doing it, because that's where all achievement begins, is in your desire and inside of your mind. So it begins with thinking about it and what you really want to achieve. It's about forging and formulating and building your definite chief aim. Once you do that and you have the desire and you mix it with faith and persistence and everything else that Napoleon Hill teaches us in Think and Grow Rich and the Law of Success, once you apply those things, then it becomes easier and easier to stay motivated and to stay enthusiastic. Because the excitement that you feel from learning is amazing. I mean, it took me till I was 30 to really figure out what I wanted to do, and I'll be 37 in 9 days, and for only 7 years, I'd say I've done a pretty damn good job. And I couldn't have done it without Kareem. First and foremost, this guy, has dealt with me when I've been a pretty negative prick at times, and I'm not ashamed to admit that. And he could have left. He could have left any time when I had a bad attitude about stuff, or when I wasn't the easiest to get along with, but he didn't, because he's my brother and he loves me and he believes in me enough to go, no man, I know this guy really wants to succeed, and he has the determination, but he just kind of has to change his attitude and have less of an edge. And I think that it's because he saw that in me, that he knew that I had this vision and the work ethic to do it, but he just saw like these roadblocks in front of me that I have to push through, and he didn't give up. And I mean, that's how I knew he was a true friend and a brother and somebody that I want to build a legacy with. So I thank him all the time from the bottom of my heart for what he's done for me, for what we do for each other. And I think that's probably the most important aspect of being a business partner with somebody, is not only on a financial level, on a business level, but also on a personal level, and a level where you can look at each other, smack each other upside the head and go, what the hell's wrong with you, man? Like, snap out of it and be critical of one another without getting offended. And I think it takes a certain level of trust between two people to have that level of honesty. And that's what we have with one another. And it's pretty cool. I feel like I've known him my whole life.
Same here, Chris. In the last 20 minutes, can I do some shout outs? Because there's
man.
So first, Leon, if Leon's there, I don't know if they're.
He looks like he's in a cave with his phone lighting up his face, man. Oh.
Leon, where's civilization?
He's like, I don't know, man. I left. I'm gone. I dropped out. I'm done.
How have you been, Leon? Can you can I unmute you to say anything? If you can't say anything, you can put in the chat.
His phone's frozen.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
He was
Leon!
gone. Lost.
In
He's off the grid, man. He doesn't want anything to do with us anymore. He's out of here.
Yeah, he looks like he shaved his head.
Maybe he's gonna climb a clock tower next. Go ahead.
That'd be pretty cool.
Put on a Slipknot mask and climb a clock tower. There you go.
Hey guys.
Hey, man. What's up?
Yeah, but I love what you guys are saying. You know.
Thank you.
Much love to you and Kareem.
Much love to you, my bro. And I'm gonna do a video for the group. I was gonna go out and shoot one today, but it's been 92 Fahrenheit here, man, and it's September. I'm like, what the, you know? And so it's gonna be a little bit cooler tomorrow. So I'm gonna go out in a nice setting, and I'm gonna shoot a video for our group and talk about what your vision is as the founder of the group, and how, you know, Rockstar and the Power Hour is going to contribute and what we're all about. So look forward to that. I'm going to shoot that tomorrow for us.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
and
awesome.
speaking of that, everybody who's on here, I want to make a couple calls to action because it's something I always forget to do. I'm like,
Yeah, we need people to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We always forget to ask people to subscribe, and like we've had thousands of people on here, and yeah. Anyway.
So first thing I want to talk about, I really like, you know, all your comments, Leon. I like what you do. So I want to give a shout out to Leon, and I'm going to start posting on here more. Might even try and go live.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do tomorrow.
But if you go in and type Facebook and type relationship building, and I'll see it here.
We should come up with a more unique name for the group and help Leon do that. It's going to separate him more and hone his niche, you know?
Yeah, definitely we'll come up with a new name. But for now, it's relationship building.
Yeah.
Leon's goal here is just to create a group. It's not to, you know, mass market. It's not to like spam your inbox, you know, every day and tell them that, you know, he has a new lotion potion deal or try and make $5 billion. Or he's not going to tell you he has a Ferrari in his garage and how he got it was reading books. That's the most ridiculous thing. But anyway, Dan's in there. I know Dan Sissick posting.
I'm helping him out by doing posts and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
you've posted a lot in there.
I did the poll in there, and I'm going to be tabulating that up so we can get started on a direction on where the group kind of is voted on what they want.
Would you want to do like one specific topic for like a couple of weeks, and then we do another poll and change it around? I think variety will be good, Dan.
Well, I think I want to see kind of, you know,
do some testing first, eh?
Well, the vein of personal development they're looking for. If they're looking for
right
mindset, or if they're looking for spiritual, you know, because, you know, it could be just some other, you know, it depends on exactly, and trying to get a little more interaction.
We want their feedback. You're right.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because that's part of what I'm supposed to be doing, is trying to engage them and get them going, so we can get the direction going. So then we can work on the personal development or whatever, however the group goes, and goes with that. And that's part of my job, is to do the content and posting and stuff like that. So I've been trying. I wanted to give it at least a week, but I figured I'd give one last 24-hour period before I close that out, and then start throwing some stuff up there to give them ideas on, you know, what type of personal development are they looking for.
And
Sounds
the
good.
way I see this is, guys, you go, okay, why would I be part of relationship building? Well, since Leon really wants to create this group and he has some marketing people behind it, some video people behind it, you can meet a lot of people. Like, you can actually do relationship building. We're not going to call it that, hopefully, but we can really do relationship building, just have an amazing million-person group. That is the goal.
Yeah, that'd be
along with
sick,
getting
man.
1 million subs on the Power Hour, but that is the goal. To really get that. And if you just go on Facebook, type in relationship building, I think I know Dan and Leon are in there.
I added, there's actually 45 members now. Wow, there was only 15 a week ago. I added a few people to the group for you, Leon. I added some people I thought would enjoy it, and I'll do that as I go through my friends list and do a bit of house cleaning on that. But I'll definitely add more people who would like to be part of it. Sorry, go ahead, Leon. I'm interrupting you, or Dan.
I actually have a friend there, PJ Dixon. He does a lot of coaching. He talks to a lot of women. He does he's invited to do a lot of videos too. So, you know, there's gonna be different coaches in the group too, as well.
Good.
Well,
So just to add that, you guys can keep talking now.
No,
okay, so
that's
there's
fine.
going to be coaches in the group, as he said. There's going to be marketing people. Obviously, me and Chris do video. Bill, you can jump in there. Maybe.
Oh,
find some
Fran wants
people.
to be added to the group. I don't know if I have Fran on Facebook.
I can.
I've got her. I can add her if I need
Well,
to.
I still want to add her on Facebook if for some reason she hasn't added me yet. Fran. She
Yes. So hit up your
doesn't like
Slack.
me anymore, I guess. I'm not her friend anymore.
And I was gonna say I'll start putting my stuff out on my blog and stuff and things like that to some of the people I know and see if I can get some of them to jump into.
Yeah, Dan, you're slacking.
Yeah.
You
Damn
have
it,
to kick
just-
your ass if you don't pick it up here, Dan. Learn from us, my friend. Yeah, Fran, you unfriended me. How dare you?
I have
Why?
no ass. I have no ass to start with, so there.
Fran unfriended me. What the heck? Oh well.
Okay.
Must have been
So-
an error or something.
Next thing, hey, if you enjoyed the show, if you had fun, please type in the Entrepreneur Power Hour,
On YouTube.
just like this, the Entrepreneur Power Hour.
And subscribe!
And click this button. It'll make us real happy.
Yeah!
You like, I don't know, a Big Mac or something. I'll send you that new Arby's slider.
You know what? I had an excellent idea. At the end of every mastermind, once Rockstar gets really big, we can start giving people stuff for subscribing.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we could just send them a T-shirt or something or a coffee mug and say, hey man, for every 25 subscriptions or 100 subscriptions or 1,000, we're gonna send select people some merchandise, and we could have like a contest poll where I don't know. We'll have to figure that out, but I think that's a good idea. We could, have contests and giveaways for people that watch our videos and subscribe to our channel. That's something we can set up in the future. I think that because I see YouTubers doing that constantly.
Oh, yeah. Phil DeFranco does that. Angry Joe does that. And
Yeah,
definitely
man.
we'll do giveaways. And actually, that's what we're going to do.
Like we could even say, hey, if you subscribe now and you have a business, we'll do a free, intro video for you, or we'll do a 1 to 2 minute whiteboard video for your business to show you what we can do. Something like that, that would give people incentive to subscribe.
Yeah. What we're going to do, actually, as well, now I figured it out, is as Rockstar, once Rockstar gets big and we have more and more clients, we're going to turn the e-com site. We're still going to keep the Power Hour memorabilia, but we're also going to have Rockstar memorabilia and change the names around. And instead of
the
doing
other site,
personal
yeah.
development, just, generic coaching, we're going to have our books that we wrote. We have a couple of books.
Yeah, we
but that's
actually
coming.
wrote books too.
That's going to come later because I don't want to overwhelm
No.
everybody. Does everybody want to see the new site? Would you be interested? I know Dan looked at it.
Of course
I think
they do.
Fran looked at it. Adam looked
Yeah, I
at
want
it.
to see it.
All right. So basically, long story short, hey, we can bring every entrepreneur and help them. We can do relationship building, but we can't make a business to help every entrepreneur.
No.
That's like saying I'm going to help every athlete. Well, if you might be a pro at boxing, but I'm going to guarantee you can't, because McGregor and
Mayweather. Yeah.
Mayweather,
We all knew
that's-
how that was gonna go.
Yeah, it's two different trainings, and even though he did better than we thought, like, let's face it, you train in MMA is not the same as training in boxing. Mixed martial arts is not the same as, say, Taekwondo. So if I said I was going to teach everybody martial discipline, I can't. Now I can have a conference with different ones, but I can't teach everybody. So we decided to specialize in video. And so this is the launch, and also the nice thing is we're going to also still use our e-commerce site to promote this. So what is Rockstar? Let's give the 50-second pitch. At Rockstar, start to your business. Captivate your audience with the power of video. Rockstar, we open a new world of custom video creation and YouTube branding to help you reach more customers, save you more time, and create more revenue for your online or brick-and-mortar business. So you're a business owner and you're scared of the camera. And you might think, Kareem, is this really true? Let's take one instance I had. Like, I do work on Fiverr. I had a very simple gig to involve other people. And this was just making a 10-second video where they pull up their phone and say, hi, my name is this. And I'm going to say Nangong words. Leon knows about it. I just needed 10 people. It took me 3 days because people are like, how do I do it? How do I say it? Do I need to put the camera up? Do I need to eat chicken first? Do I need to, get a sensei and, watch it? I'm like, no, just pull up the phone and do it. Well, how do I do it? Making a 10-second video for the majority of people took me a long time. So I decided, hey, maybe it's not very easy. So what sort of things can we do for, these online brick and mortar businesses? I tried to make this flow simply. You can turn footage to commercials. Shoot your own footage and we'll turn it into an exciting commercial for you. Big announcement. Dude who used to work for HP and works partially with Apple, even though I'm not an Apple user. His name's Bart. Met him today on Fiverr.
Yeah,
got
he's
super
cool.
excited. Gonna get free VR headsets, which is gonna be sick. And all we have to do is go out there and then walk in restaurants with our VR headset and shoot it. So it's gonna be fun and crazy all at the same time. We can help you refine your video, professional video editing, make it presentable. And then
I want one.
maybe we can get you one. The YouTube branding strategy you need: acquire custom branding to reach a whole new target market, and simple interaction experience. A lot of millennials, a lot of individuals now are getting on YouTube. I don't need that, I think affiliate marketers said by 2020, most of the content on the internet will be video. There's not going to be so much text. And let's just say to see everybody, a lot of people are on YouTube. I know people here and their daily customers. They're like, hey, have you seen this on YouTube? Have you seen that on YouTube? So if you're a business owner, be part of YouTube. It's just like most business owners have Facebook. So you can be part of the biggest, and it is the second biggest search engine next to Google. And that creates whole new marketing. And then we have our services, a first chord crash, because we want to actually create something where it's start to finish. We don't want to just say, hey, set up your YouTube channels to.
Yeah, it's like restaurants have unique names for their everything on their menu, like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Jack in the Box. They've all got unique names for their burgers, right? So one of the struggles we encountered was we didn't have unique names for any of our services. There was nothing unique about our video production. We didn't have any unique names or descriptions for it. Now we have all of that. So.
And first chord crash, we're going to get the mission statement, the objectives, and what we want to do to make your YouTube channel effective. Van, we're going to create the look, the feel, the art, the icon, the part, and then see how it appeals to your target demographic. See oh, okay, this banner looks really cool. This icon looks really cool. Who are you trying? Is this going to make people excited? Is it millennials? Is it older people? Is it people of a certain niche that like certain food? And production be thy name. We're going to teach you how to shoot confidently on camera. Go out there and pull this out, or pull this out, or I have too many cameras. This out, or pull your GoPro out, and actually shoot a cool video, and then we're going to turn it into one of those commercials. And the good thing is, doing Entrepreneur Power Hour, they can see, oh, this is what you can do. Maybe if you're not behind a green screen, change the background, but we can still do call outs and music. And in addition to that, we're adding some things to that. We can do lead vocals, we can do a voiceover for you, we can write your script, and we can do some acting if you need it. And that's actually what we're doing. So isn't it, and this kind of flows like a sales letter, isn't it time you brought your business to life?
Kareem, you need to make a correction at the beginning of the page where it says captive your audience. We want captivate. Dan just pointed that out.
Okay.
There's a typo there. Thank you, Dan.
So how do you make sure you do all this?
Keep in touch with you, yeah.
Every step of the way. So it's not, the problem I've had with a lot of social media companies, people on Fiverr, people I've worked is, they're like, hey, here's the training. You good? You good? Okay, do A, B, and C. Or they'll send you even here's an actionable email list. I don't really like that because it lost the personal touch. Even I'm going to disagree with, okay, you have an autoresponder. Well, I want someone to talk to me at least weekly or daily, keep me up to date. Like me, when we work with Sean, it's generally every week we're doing something. We're either on a phone call, he's either messaging us, or we're either doing some type of mailing. So that's what we're going to do. So why would you do YouTube and why would you do video? Because I said before, second biggest search engine, but why do you care? 2020 is projected the majority of internet will be mostly videos, and it's a second biggest search engine. So in retrospect, if everything's videos, it's the second biggest search engine. I can't think of a better way to hit your target audience. Especially
Absolutely.
Video talks more about what you're going to do. You can actually see someone. And for me, I don't know about you guys, if I have someone who says that they're amazing coach, author, and all this stuff, I want to see them on video. I want to know they're a real person.
Exactly.
And to say we'll work with any niche. So if you have a brick and mortar, if you're a digital nomad, if you're a health specialist, if you're a chef, if you're an online product creator, we want to work with you because funny enough, we met some people who do online therapy. They're going to be coming back to us. We met some people who do different stuff, like, you know, the guy today does virtual reality. I think we're going to meet a lot of different things. It's going to be fun. So isn't it time you get a rock star start your business? So check out things, and you can keep doing the same thing, or you can take a leap of faith and see if you can make it.
One thing I want to point out that Kareem, I guess, had a brain fart here. The reason that video is so powerful is because if you're a brick and mortar business or you're an online business, nothing speaks to your audience like a captivating video. Your products and services can be showcased. The benefits of using your product can actually be visually represented. The benefits of being in business with you can be visually represented, and those kinds of things. That's why it's very important to use videos if you're an entrepreneur, a brick and mortar business, or if you have an online business, basically. So that's the importance of video. It's puts a personal touch to you and your product and service. It's an effective way of advertising, and it's a very effective way of giving a visual representation to the product and the service that you're offering.
I was actually going to get to that. So how?
Sorry,
you know,
Kareem.
So how exactly, do that? So we took our video skills, and just to give you an idea, we have a couple that Chris created, and what he does is he shows like our logo. We can see what's going on here, and you've seen the type of videos we can create, and that allows us to showcase different businesses. And we also have our side of slide. We've been doing a lot of animation videos, and we mentioned here that at the end of each that we can put your business, your name, whatever you're doing here, and put it at the end of the video, or we have a little showcase in each video that says your business here. So you have a therapy business, you have a virtual reality business, you're a blogger, you're an actor, you're a writer, you sell pasta on the side of the street, whatever it is that you do, or you're a digital nomad. It's going to be really, really powerful to have, as you said, small businesses hitting their target demographic, citing their audience, and rocking YouTube with slide animation. So you can put your business right here. So your business right here, no matter what it is. So let's take a look at all of our services. Just to let you know, we have the overview here, and if you click video samples, it goes right to the samples. You can order them, or you can view all of our services. So there's calls to action everywhere. And per, working with Sean, I guess we could say we had an epiphany. Is when we first created our e-com site, we just said whiteboard video. Well, everybody has a whiteboard video. And we said animation. Everybody has animation. That's not that. But then I looked at burger places and said, hey, there's Big Mac, there's a Whopper. What's the big deal? Big Mac, Whopper. It's all still a burger, right? It doesn't really matter. But if you rename something and you give it a touch, instead of just saying, oh, we have chalkboard videos. Since we're Rockstar Entrepreneurial Starters, I took names from different bands and different songs I like. We started making cool names for everything. So I didn't just get a whiteboard video, I got a Renegade of Sketch right here. What can I expect with this? I can get a traditional whiteboard video. I can get a blackboard video. I can get a new glassboard video. And I can do different stuff with that. I can get different slide videos here as a side of slide. I have to give Chris credit for that because he came up with that. And we have a 3D spokesperson as well. That's another part of our side for slide that I just learned how to do. And then we have Ride the Intro. Let's say you want just an intro. I know tons of people just say, hey, I want an introduction to my video. And as you could say, Fran, I took Ride the Intro from Ride the Lightning. Yeah, I stole that. But these are just simple templates, and it's fairly cheap, starting at like $5 per 2D video. It's something I'd really like to do. And then we have 3D videos. Check it out. So I'm liking it. I think that's going to be a lot of fun because a lot of people need an intro for their YouTube channel. A lot of people are asking that. And then we have fine tuning. So you go out, you shoot a video, or you want us to shoot a video, and we can do something like I was showing Chris here. And then we have our first chord crash. And this is part of our branding services, helping you get started, figuring out what your objectives, what your goals are, the band van, figure out the look and feel, and production be thy name. Getting you, once your channel is all set up, to get out there and either shoot footage or we'll shoot it for you ourselves. And we have the add-ons for, we can do voiceovers, script writing, acting and spoke to people, if you need something acted out. And then we have our About Us. And we refine these, made it look a lot better. And obviously you can contact us if you have any questions. And then what you would do, because the shop is up now, if you ordered something, it would just go on this card. So let's say I go to Overview and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. I need to check out services. What do they got going on? Oh, okay, $50 per minute. That's not too bad. That's pretty standard for a whiteboard video. Let's do it. So I click order now. I go, okay, Renegade the sketch. And since it's $50 per minute, I can go, okay, I want, 3 minutes. Add to cart. Then it's added to cart. I just click view cart. And I'm going to add Stripe in case someone doesn't have PayPal. So you can either update it or see the checkout. We can create coupon codes for some of the people. And then we can add the billing details, which I'm going to have Chrome enter because I'm lazy. You can have the order, PayPal, and then if you don't have PayPal, you can, use credit card, and then you just proceed to PayPal. And then once we get it, we can discuss details. We can discuss anything specific you need, and then we can figure out what you need to do. But that's the start of it, and we're still working out some of the quirks. I'm not going to say it's like launched and perfect yet, but we can say this is a soft launch for Rockstar entrepreneurial starters.
We also need the mission statement and stuff up there and the executive summary, right? That's what Sean told us. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, does anybody have any questions? Bill, you're muted.
Nope, I don't have any questions.
Any comments, thoughts? I'm actually going to stop sharing.
I'm just getting Bill added to the group right now.
I already
so that way-
added them, man.
Oh, you did already?
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
No worries.
Okay, well, I had to get a
Thanks,
friend
guys.
request anyway, so
Yeah, no problem.
he's a friend of mine now too, so that way that works for me too. So
Very good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. All
Our
right.
friend said she really liked the site. Very cool.
Well, with that, I want to wish everybody a good week, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Alrighty. Bye. Alrighty. Bye.